Hey everyone, this is Dice T, and I want to give you a little update on the Starforged module I'm working on. Currently working also on trying to work on a system for it. It's a little bit slower of a process, but in the meantime I can also work on content. And here's what we got going. So we still able to create the sector. Um, we've got 3 buttons now. The latest version of Foundry 8.6, yeah, it borked all my macros, so I had to go through and rewrite them all. And plus, I found a better method to do everything. So now we can generate a sector like we used to. Um, I'm not sure why this comes up. I'm not trying to set a property, but it all works. As you can see, we have a dossier created on the sector. It's empty at the moment. I put it in brackets so it rises to the top of the folder, so everything underneath it is a little bit more organized. Now we can generate some planets. So what I'd like to do is you can head over to chat, and when you click on a planet, it's going to produce the dossier for you. It's going to drop the planet in the sector. I'll typically take the planet and drop it inside a hex because it snaps. So I'll try to choose one that's close. But as you see, it generates everything appropriately. And if you double click, the journal entry is already created. So when you look over at the journal entry, now you see Desert World. Currently there's no naming in it. They only give 20 examples of each planet type, so I'm looking for a little bit more robust um, naming convention for this, so that's a work in progress. However, back to chat, you can see there's no settlements here, so I will continue to create planets. We have got a furnace world. We have got a grave world. No one's going to give us any planets today, or settlements. Ice world. Ice world's got multiple settlements. Let's get another planet with settlements. Settlements in conflict. We'll move this a little bit further away from the ice world, or from the furnace world. So now we've got 5 planets on here, 2 of them with settlements, 2 ice worlds with settlements. So what we'll do is now we can generate settlements. And this one's a deep space settlement, so we can leave that here. Again, I like to, sometimes I'll just drag it so it's in the middle of the hex. For you hex guys and girls, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, now we've got an orbital planet side. This one's planet side. So what I'll do is I'll just drop this one. You can either go either way. You can create the settlement first and then create the planet. I tend to like to create the planets first and then drop the um, settlement next to it. You can drop them on the points of the, so like for instance this one was settlements and conflicts, so that would lead me to believe that there's a couple settlements there. So we'll drop a couple of them there. You can even put them on the outside. I guess if you have planetary ones, setting them overlapping is cool, and then dropping the orbital ones on the ring around it would be cool. And then we've got another planetary, so we'll drop it on this one. And this one had multiple settlements as well, correct? And then we'll do, whoops, I created a planet. And this one's a deep space one. We don't want another deep space one, I don't think, so we'll drop that. And 2 planetary settlements, so we'll just drop that there. Now we can go over here and I should have cleaned them up when I did. We've got Evanfall, Naomi, Epsilon, Sisyphus Watch, and Evanfall Wheel. Oh, Unity's got to get deleted. So you just come through and you can clean up a little bit. You can leave stuff out there too. There's no reason why I couldn't have put that 3rd settlement or leave that other one, but I'm just kind of going through the process here. We cleaned out one of the ice worlds. Which one? Settlements in conflict. I got 2 settlements in conflict. That's got the Snowbound Mountains. That's the one we got to delete. When you have a naming convention up, it'll be easier to know which ones you want to clean up. We got Evanfall and Evanfall Wheel, so actually this would make sense to do this. Yeah, Evanfall and Evanfall and Evanfall Wheel. And then I don't think we have a Hypatia. No, Hypatia can go away. So all the dossiers are going to be presented. They'll be created. So when you click on it, it'll populate everything. I figured out a way to highlight these green as well so they line up with the icons, but otherwise they're just the white. This is tinted green. But it gives you the location, population, authority, projects, troubles. Have not set this up to re-roll on action and theme table, but I will. The planets all work properly for that in that aspect. There's a lot of planets that do descriptors and foci. Descriptor and focus. So these properly roll, and they properly roll twice. When there's a 50-50 chance there'll be a second observed from space or planet side feature. And so yeah, we'll just have to go through and do the action and theme for that. But now everything is in this folder. What I also like to do, so you drop a note on here. I think you can drop a note on here, right? Oh, sorry. You got to drop the actual note. So what I'll do is I'll kind of put that out of the way, and then what you can do is just drag the. Got to open up the edit. Drag everything onto here. It's a little easier if you could probably add these all to the journal entries too. The sector journal entry. But I would drag them all on there, and then when you close this up, you have all your information, and then when you double click on it, it's all right there for you. So cool thing about this is to you don't necessarily have to, you could turn off all the chatter in the chat box, and just or just don't pay attention to it. But what's nice is you don't have to necessarily go discover what's in here. Like if I don't want to know what's on this desert world, I don't have to click this. I don't have to process any more information for myself. I can wait till I go there to discover more of it. We're also contemplating putting some of these in different color information so you can't see it unless you highlight the information. That way it would leave it secret. Even if you, like, so for instance, if you did, like, let's say you had some way to do a long range scan and all these were just white text, you could like click information on it. Settlement information, I guess, if a place had a settlement, you'd probably know most of the information, maybe not. But that information could be left um, hidden. But that's pretty much it. Currently, I had the passages working before. I haven't gone back around to fix the macro for that, but for whatever reason, they're not functional. It's going to take a little bit more work anyways, because in this case scenario, we're going to want, we can't just monitor just the notes. All these are notes. And before it would just connect all the notes. Now we want something a little bit more robust that connects settlements, maybe leaves one off, and then randomizes the path in and out. So we'll have to monitor this a little bit more and figure out a better way to do that. We'll have to obviously go into these journal entries and make a determination if they have a passage or not. But until then, we'll figure it out. But yeah, it's looking pretty slick. It uses I trimmed out all the planetary icons from Starforged, as well as these icons. So these are all representative of the proper world. And just like before, you can, for the tables, when you want to expand on these tables, you just drop more files in there. The planets will be a little bit different. The planets are a lot more structured. It'll take a random planet from this folder. So if you have more folders in here, or more tables in here, you're going to also want to create the worlds for them otherwise, and you want to follow the naming convention that you leave yourself. So if you call something a desert world, you want to create a folder that aligns with that. And when you go in here, these are all structured a lot differently. So these are all the components. We go through the components. The only thing you have to do is go into the macro and just set the sector size. Same with the settlements. Just set the sector size until I figure out a way to properly do that. We'll be able to monitor that second, tertiary, or after the fact. But right now, that's everything that's going on. So I think it looks pretty cool. But it's just obviously doing a lot of the heavy lifting on some of those tables that require settlements and planets have a lot of tables to roll on. Yeah, it's fun, but it's also something that if I want to get in and play, I can generate a sector in a couple minutes and tidy it up a little bit, and away you go. And even in this, I could still, if I really wanted to, I could connect everything. I don't know if these don't really snap, but I could go in and connect things how I want. The drawing's a little wonky, huh? So if I wanted these connected and then draw another wall out of the sector. Of course, with the walls, you can't, if you're off the layer, you can't see them. I was asking about that. Someone just created a mod that the walls will always show on all the layers, but it's not really a big deal right now, just to peek in here. But that's about it. Hypatia did not create. I'll have to look at that. Hypatia didn't create a journal entry for some reason. Oh no, I deleted it. Yep, I deleted it. I didn't hover over this one. But there you go. This is the update so far. I'm working on other macros that are going to be developing ships, derelicts, and precursors. And I'm also working on some parallel scripting in Ironsworn as well. So kind of coming at it from both ways. I did some delve work yesterday and got a lot of delve stuff done. That generates all the different reads from all the different tables as necessary. Because those are split table reads, so that was fun. But that's about it for now. Thanks for checking it out, and I will talk to you later. Peace.